Hi everyone, welcome back. Hello brothers and sisters in Christ. My name's Glenn, and with this video I'm going to share a true story that happened to me, 100% true, and let's get into it. So with this one, I had been filming aliens, which are demons, for a few months. I know that they are demons. At first, I went out to seek the truth once and for all what it was. And God clearly showed me that there's no such thing as aliens. They're not beings from outer space. They're from the pits of hell, and they are demons. So, my wife and I were planning to visit her relatives, and it was approximately 4.5 hour drive to where we were going. And so we were all packed in the car. We start off, and it's around, dinner time. It's later, and the sun is starting to set. And so we drive for half an hour or so. And I look up and I notice in the sky that there is a bright star. And we're driving along. I don't say anything to my wife at this time because so many things were happening during this period. God bless her for having the patience with me. So, because there was stuff sometimes on a daily basis of what was like heavy spiritual warfare. Like at one point, they were trying to possess me. And it was just constant attacks. So, we're driving along. We are listening to Christian music, because at this time, I am a Christian. I've received Jesus, and I know Jesus is the truth. But I see this as one last attempt on their part to try to fool me. So I notice the star, and we keep driving. And it gets darker as we're driving. And everywhere, every turn that we take, every direction on the highway, that star is right there. It's right there. And as we go along now, this drive, it's almost like in the movies where there's a couple hours of the drive. You're in the middle of nowhere. And in the movies, there's like maybe one gas station, or that's what it's like. It's all trees. So we're driving, and at this point, Christian music's still going. I'm noticing the star still, and I mention it to my wife, because every direction we're going, every turn on the highway, this star is right there. And I said to her, look at that star in the sky. And it looked just like a star. And I said, everywhere we're going, that star is there. Any direction, it's like it's following us. And I wrote an article. I'll actually put it in the description below. But so we're going through, at this point, the couple hours of nothing. Now there were still some cars and trucks and vehicles on the road, but the star keeps following us, and it's becoming more obvious something is going on. Like, you would have to be numb not to see this. It's coming closer. And I'm sure there must have been other people on the road that night that would have seen it. Now, maybe it's surprising the number of people that don't look up at the sky. So maybe they just glanced at it and thought it was a star, like I did at first. But as we're getting closer to her relatives where we're going to visit, we're staying there at least one night. I can't remember how many nights it was supposed to be. It's getting closer, and I start saying to my wife, this is not a star. This is not a star. It's following us. And my wife is a Christian, but she's very, very nonchalant. Yeah, I was pulled out of my body last night. Okay. I tried to scream to you, but I couldn't. Okay. So, and I go through, everything. Anyway, stars getting brighter. Finally, as we keep going, again, it's a 4.5 hour drive. We're close. We're close to the neighborhood of where we're going to be staying. And as we get extremely close to the neighborhood, there's this road, and again, it's where we live. There's a lot of nature, a lot of trees, that kind of thing. So there's this road that goes up a hill, and as we're approaching this, the star starts coming down. And what it is, now I can see it clearly, because it is close. What it is a pyramid. Not a pyramid, like a diamond. Like a diamond going down. So, a perfect diamond. Doesn't make sense whatsoever. Like, obviously this thing shouldn't fly. But the diamond, perfect diamond, is white. Here's an interesting part. My wife is a Christian, and she was thinking this was a godly encounter. And I had to say, no, it's not. And because the Bible says that even the angels can manifest as an angel of light. And that's what they were doing. So, perfect diamond. The only thing is, as it gets closer, the top half would, so diamond, and it kind of split in half. The top half would send out a slow light, and then it would start to darken, and then the bottom half would do the exact same thing, start to darken, and it would go back and forth. And the way that it did that, the only thing that I've thought of to compare it to is like a car door. Like when you're leaving to go in the house or whatever, and you shut the car, and the dome light slowly starts to fade. Well, that's what it was like. So the top half, the diamond was split in two. The top half would glow, then it would start, it's like the dome light was dimming, and then the bottom would glow. So it was just back and forth. So the star that was following us for pretty much 4 hours is now coming down in the neighborhood that we are about to stay in. And there's a clearing, so there's a road that we're going to go up, and there's a clearing to our right. So there's a tree line. It's almost, I drew a picture of it. It's like a U-shaped tree line. And I don't know, it was night. I don't know, it was a place where they were planning construction or what have you. But it slowly starts coming down towards the ground. And we're driving up the road, and I stopped the car. And my wife stays in the vehicle, and I get out. And I stand next to the car, and I'm watching as this thing that we thought was, at first, a star that was miles away, is now coming down into this this opening. Now, it's almost touched the ground, and I can see it clearly, and it's pretty big. And basically, I didn't stick around any longer. And it wasn't that I was scared. I was annoyed that this was happening, because I'm a Christian now. And this is what I was thinking at the time. I was a Christian now, and here we are driving. I'm not looking for this, because before I had a camera and I'd be filming this kind of stuff, and I wasn't doing that anymore. So I wasn't looking for this. I didn't ask for this, but there it is. And it's coming down out of the sky, and I decided to get back in the car. And it was almost landed. I didn't wait for it to actually touch the ground, because what's the point? That's what I was thinking. As a Christian, what is the point? I know what they are. And are you going to learn any truth from a demon? No. And what are they there for? They're there for a last-ditch effort to pull me back. Because when I found out what was really going on, I started exposing it, like I am now. And you can check out the blog. Like, I started exposing it back in 2008, late 2008, and then 2009. And I'll tell you a quick story. The reason that I started the blog was because a Christian, whose name was Christian, is Christian, he saw my videos, and he sent me an email, and he said, "High strangeness has happened after watching your video. It took me a while to narrow down that it was right after your video. He saw a face in the window and that kind of thing, and he said the lights turned off and that kind of thing." And he's like, "How many people have watched that video and now are experiencing what I'm experiencing?" So he actually became a good friend that we corresponded by email. I hope to God he's still alive. Unfortunately, he was fighting drug addiction. I never met him, but he was, he was always supportive, and he is the one that said, you should do a blog. You should start writing about what is happening. And so I took his advice, and that's what the aliensrevealed.blogspot.com is, because of him telling me that I should do it. So I hope he's still alive. I really do. I haven't heard anything. But last time we spoke, he asked for prayers for drug addiction. But anyway, with with this demonic manifestation. And that's where I think some people are confused. They think, is this happening? Is it really happening? Are these people crazy? A lot of people are seeing what they're actually seeing this stuff, but they're just concluding the wrong thing. They're not aliens, they're demons. They just don't have the eyes to see, and Satan blinds them. So there is no point in communicating with a demon. They're liars. They're not going to say anything. They're out to kill and destroy. So I didn't see any sense in watching it finally land and whatever happened after that. So I got back in the car and drove to, we finished our drive. It was only like another 5-10 minutes to the house where we were staying. And that night I was freaked out because I never really saw a manifestation that real. Like a lot of the stuff that I used to capture was because I was using a video camera, because I could see it using the video camera. But there was no camera, there was nothing. It was naked eye, and I could see it clearly. And it looked real, it looked physical, and I'm pretty sure other people must have seen it that night. But that night I was scared. I'll admit it. I was scared going to sleep, because basically in the same neighborhood we had just seen this thing come down. But don't be deceived. As the Lord said, the alien UFO phenomenon will be used to explain the rapture to non-believers. That's what the Lord told me. And you're going to start to see more. It's already intensified, the UFO sightings, that kind of thing. And you're going to see more of it. And I'm quite sure, in my opinion, that the government is going to, at some point, they've already dropped a couple videos, the Pentagon, UFO disclosure. I'm pretty sure they're going to come out someday. They're probably doing it a piece at a time. That's how Satan works. He doesn't do it all at once. He starts dropping little pieces. But I think they're going to come out and disclose that aliens have been real all the time, and it's a lie. Don't believe it. It's a lie. And the crafty part of Satan is that, the Christians will know that it's a lie. But see, when this whole thing started, people were seen as nutcases back in the 50s and stuff for talking about UFOs and that kind of thing, and they seemed silly, and they were mocked and made fun of. And then it goes that the government isn't releasing information, so it looks like they're hiding something. And then the truthers are looking for the information, and then the government's gonna release the information, and the truthers are gonna say, yes, I knew it. I knew it all along that they were lying, and that is the truth. Aliens have been here. And they're gonna think that they have a victory. And it's not. They're gonna think that they finally know the truth. And really, they've just fallen for the lie. So don't believe it. Aliens or demons. And I hope you like this video. And the more you like it, the more people will see it. So I do ask for like and subscribe if you haven't already. There's more to come. And if you like these videos, like I say, there's a lot more to come. So God bless you. Have a great day. And until next time, adios.